Hello everyone, this is Diane. I am back to work and on these really fun children's book journals, and I'm making 3 of them. This one is not going to be in my shop. This is the one I wanted this cover for myself when I bought it, and so I decided to make that now, and I chose 2 other covers that I can make a similar type of journal that I can put in my shop. So it has taken me quite a long time to get to this point, and I'm not done with it. We're going to work on the second signature. And if you've been watching the videos, you know that the third signature. The second signature, we already did the cover part, and that's just going to have writing paper inside. So that I just have to cut papers for that. So I have my first signature not completed. I didn't even sew or glue that down. That's going to be a pocket there, but I have it pretty much done. So I'm going to use this as something to follow for the third signature. And I've already done some of the prep work. So these are the pages that I haven't done yet. But I did put a fabric cover and some lace and a trim here. And I covered the white inside with, I printed some papers from Amity Bloom from her pink bow set, which is so beautiful. So this part right here is her pink bow, and then I filled in with some other things. And I just tucked in some things. I'll show you those when I do the final flip through. I don't want to waste too much time. And on the back I did a little upper tuck piece. Just did a little fabric. This one was already made, so I just added it. I've been gluing a lot of digital images from KB and Friends onto the pages. I have some canning labels, or from manufactured canned goods. I added some embroidered trim to that. A really pretty greeting card. This is the second. This is the signature we're going to work on. So I'm going to set this part aside for now, because these are the pages that I need to do. Okay, I want to get to where this page is in my first signature. What is this? Oh, it's the wallpaper. Okay, we're here. I didn't finish. I didn't realize that I didn't do that part of that wallpaper, so I'll have to do that. So what I'm going to do is cover up the back side of the wallpaper. And this is another of the pages from Amity Bloom, her pink bow. And I need to just fill in those empty strips there. So I'm going to cut this piece of leftover graphic 45 paper. Where's my mark? There it is. I just had this little strip left. I have a pouch that is full of various paper strips, and I pull that out when I need strips. So I'll glue that down there. Teddy's here. He just had an hour-long break, and now he's back. I heard him go back into his room. But when he's done with school at 3:30, we are going to cook for his cooking club that he's in. And he brought the ingredients with him. And we work with, I've never done it with him, but he does schooling online, and this cooking club is online. So his teacher and other participants in the club will be making the recipe right along with us. And it is a recipe for cinnamon roll French toast. And he brought 2 packs of Pillsbury cinnamon roll dough, you know, the ones that are all rolled up in the tube. So I don't know how we're going to turn that into French toast, but I guess we'll find out, and he's excited about it. We like to cook together. I've always cooked with my grandchildren. We make cookies from the time they're little. And other things, but we usually start with chocolate chip cookies. This is just a strip of dyed paper, and then this will fit right in and fill in the rest. I did order Fabri-Tac from Amazon, and I think it's supposed to come today or tomorrow. It would be nice if it was today. I saw that Meg from Chasing Rainbow did her tag video when I tagged her in for Tag Your Next. I know that this looks upside down, but I wanted this side of the paper on this side because of the tuck spot I'm putting on. Because I didn't want to cover that. Pick it up. Sorry for all the clattering. This is from a 1930s magazine, and I already glued it to cardstock and cut it out. And I better fold the paper first. And I'm going to move it. I'm not going to put it right on the corner because I want this part to show. So I'll move it here and glue it down there. So these journals will have a similar flow, all 3 of them, but the images are going to be quite a bit different because mine, looking for the cover, in case you forgot what it looks like, my cover with the children on it, Mother Goose, and I really love images of the retro children from children's books and also animals. So I'm using images of the children and animals mostly in my book, like that one. And, okay, just trying to figure out what I have where here. And the Hopper one with the grasshopper, I don't have any grasshopper images, but I'm just using outdoor images, so animals and frogs and birds and even children that are outdoors. And the Moppet one about the dollhouse with the mouse, that one will have mice and dolls and other things, but I just want to focus on more of those things, but still include other things too. It's not going to be exclusively mice and dolls. This is a flashcard, and I don't remember the digital shop that I got this from, but I got a lot of these big flashcards, and I chose some for my journal that I can tell a story with from my childhood. So this one is patterns for dresses for little girls, and then this one is a dress. My mother sewed our clothes. She taught herself to sew after she was married, and she started having, she had 6 children, and first 2 were boys and all the rest were girls, so she figured she better learn to sew girls' clothes because we didn't have a lot of money. So she taught herself to sew, and I don't remember that. I just remember that she sewed for us. So there's a lot of room for a story like that on the back of this. I'll ink the back of that another time. That will go in here. Ooh, because I moved it over, I'm going to have to trim that and then round the corners and ink it again to make it a little, to make it fit. And then this will go in here too, I think. I don't know, it might not. See, this one has one of those tickets, but this is a lower down pocket, so it shows. I don't want to stick it in there if it's not going to show. I might use that somewhere else. So I'm just going to trim this. I'm not going to do anything else. I just want to be able to put it in the pocket so I remember where this goes. And I can finish it up later. Okay. Now this one is more finished than the one that's in the first signature because I didn't do that part. But I think that's all we need to do to this. I don't know if I'll do anything to that. Well, I guess I'll have to figure out where things go later. I'll just set it up there. Next, I have a dyed paper. And this should be pretty quick. I'm just clipping this on here because I don't know if I want to back it with something and use it as a journaling card or make a pocket out of it or something. So I'm just gonna clip it there and leave it. Like if I was sending this journal out, selling this journal, I would do that, and then the person who bought it could do what they want with it. So I'm considering myself the person that's buying this journal. And I'm loving the retro animals, and I really love the ones that look like nursery decals. I remember my little sister's crib. I have 3 younger sisters. One was less than 2 years younger than me, so we grew up together. I don't remember her as a baby. But Barbara is 5 years younger, and Lisa was 10 years younger. So I remember especially Lisa as a baby. I had to help take care of her. But she had these decals on her crib, and it was probably the same crib Barbara used. Probably all of us, I don't know. I don't know how old that crib was. So I love the little nursery decals. That's what all that story was for. And this is just a fabric flip that I made with some Dick and Jane fabric and this fabric with toys on it. In this signature, there's a nursery rhyme fabric there. And this is a sheer fabric with yellow orange dots, and I have some of that fabric in my shop. Nobody's buying it. Haven't sold any of it. That's okay. I'm just pointing it out, as you can see how I'm using it, and I want to use it as a ruffle along the edge of a page, and I don't know if I'll do it in this journal or not. So I've already sewn rickrack to this, and it's all set to add here. And I think that's it for this one. That was quick and easy. Now this page is from a counter catalog. And I just want to add a little bit of fabric and trim embellishment on it. And I have these little pieces of lace that I cut off of a bigger piece. I do want to thank all of you that have commented about my new setup, my camera setup. It has been good feedback. I mean, good to have the feedback. Some of it has been they're not like being mean, but they're just commenting on things that could be improved. And I know some of it, the first few videos, the camera was up too high, but I've moved it down, and it's just a temporary fix where it is right now. But it's working, so. I only had one person speak negatively about the volume. Everybody else has said that they can hear it just fine, and I just really appreciate your feedback when I asked about that. So, and somebody said the lighting was better. So, I think it's a win doing it on my phone. But I appreciate your comments. I really love to read the comments. I look at my comments frequently throughout the day. On this side, I already glued a pickle bag, and I made this tag to go in there. Let me see if I have something to embellish it with. Maybe a book page and a book page image instead of a digital this time. Oh, it goes this way. Little piggy's cute. It's a little bit too wide. The mice came out of the Moppet book, so I want to put those on a tag. Got lots of mice. That's just a really pretty decorative bird panel sort of illustration, and that came from a very old magazine. That's from a magazine. I like her. I'm looking for the narrow things. Oh, there's a Mother Goose. I should use her in this Mother Goose book. She looks sassy, doesn't she? I like her with the polka dots. And if you hear me talking about that, then that didn't happen. Okay. She's just so cute. I love her. This was supposed to go on something. Oh, I'm going to glue him down here. And I will add some reinforcements on this. These will have to be glued. I'm just sticking them on for now so I don't take too much time. But they'll come off easily. I'll pull them off and then glue them. And if I forget, well, this is just my journal anyway. Nope, I think I like it just like that. I don't know how much time I'll have to work in here tomorrow. My son has a post-op appointment at 1, so I'll probably be out of here by noon. And then at about 5 o'clock, I have to go somewhere. So I'll be done for the day. Couldn't sleep last night, and I was up until 3 working on this journal. Sometimes it's the only way I can get anything done in here. Feeling it right now, though. I could use a nap, but it's too late. Probably almost 3, and I don't take naps after 3. I have a hard enough time sleeping during the night. Let's see. 6 of 3, and at 3:30 is Teddy's cooking club. So I think that's it for this page. Next is a cardstock, a pattern cardstock. And I'm going to stencil this. You can see I'm going to glue a lot of stuff to it too. I used Lorna's stencil that I just bought. and it's this one, Lace Crochet by Creative Expressions, and it's stencils by Tailor Made Journals. So this is the first of Lorna's new Creative Expressions products that I'm using, and I used it in the other signature. And it was very pretty. You see that? Lacy crochet. There's a opening right there, and there'll be a signature in here, but I'm just gonna stencil in there so it's not just a white space. Okay. Now, I have this tab. This is part of one of the KB and Friends elements, and I just put my ink away and I need it. I want it in a different area, different spot. Well, actually, this doesn't even stick out. This page is shorter for some reason. So, it doesn't matter where I put it. Can't be. I don't want it down here by the pocket. Well, it could be. I'm going to glue the pocket down. I guess I will glue other things down and then decide where to put the tab. I folded this up. I made this the height that I wanted the page to be, and, you know, scored it at that height, and then folded the flap up and then just trimmed out that little notch there. This is, I think it's one of the KB and Friends, and this is a printable label, I think, but I don't remember where it came from. It's been in my stash. That will go there, and this little card from KB and Friends will go there, and these will go in the pockets. I stamped a quote on the other one that says, do something creative every day. So I'd like to stamp a quote on this page. Let's see if I have anything appropriate in there. The future belongs to the curious. Imagination is the reality of a dreamer. Simplicity is its own form of artistry. Some junk journalers have a hard time learning that one, me included. I'm going to use that. I can see that label's crooked. It's too late now. It is glued down good. Now on this page, I got a black smudge on the paper right about there. So I looked for an element I could add, and I really like the way that looks. So I think I'll see if I can add another element. It could be a flower. I guess I'll go with the flower. And I will eventually put something in the popcorn bag, a tag or something. I won't do that right now, and I will round the corners and ink around that card. That's my mother. She didn't knit, but she crocheted and did lots of other needlework. So I will write about that on the back of that. Wonder if I used all of my tags that I made for this journal. This one I thought went with this journal because it's a little girl, but it's a girl with a doll, so that goes with Muppet. So I might make something with that tag. What are we doing time-wise? Okay, got a few more minutes. I'm going to look for a book image or something, a magazine or book image for that tag. But let's move on. Oh, I can put this in here. I don't want to cover up the knitter. Okay. Then I have this page. And I'm just going to glue this piece on it. here I just have clipped a BB Bats label. Did anybody ever eat those as a kid? They had different flavors. This one's vanilla, and it was like taffy on a stick, shaped like a sugar daddy, but not as big. I could never eat one of those now. That's all I'm doing on that one. And then I have wrapping paper. So this I just have clipped a coat check ticket and some play money. I'm going to change out the paper clips probably. I'm just using them to hold things in place. And then I have this little brown jug syrup label. And on this side, I don't know if I'll have time, but I made this little cluster assembly with a little image that I cut from a book. And I just stapled it. And it's a tuck spot. So I tucked this in. I can write about ice cream and whatever on that blank card. And that's a vintage label. So let's just, I have a tray here. And I think the last thing I have is this book page, and it is taped, but I'm leaving it. There weren't a lot of pages that had color in this book. A lot of the pages were black and white. So I wanted to use this, and I love that image anyway. And I like the old tape. So this just has this image that it's heavy chipboard, and somebody sent me a bunch of those. There were 2 of each design. And I don't know, 4 different designs. That's all I'm doing to that at this point, at least. And then I have this tray where I have some die cuts and punches and images cut from books and stuff like that, and some other little pieces that I can use to make those clusters. So let me just see if I can find something. I want something that he can sit on, so I like that. Looks cute there. What could be nicer? I have little tiny bits of fabric here, but I don't know if I have any in the right color. No. What else can I use here? Would be nice to put a word in there. Boundless, cherish. I like that one. Whoops. Need some other things to build on it. Got some tickets. Got all these little pieces that fall down to the bottom. We could use this word, explore. I like the color of that with it. love the little duck pull toy. Okay, I think we're going to go a little bit over today. My normal 45 minutes. I wasn't sure if I could pull that cluster together fast enough, but I think we did. Boy, I can hear a crow outside. It is a noisy one. I put the word explore on slanted upward, and I think it's making it difficult for me to get this on straight. Should have put that on first. I'm going to ink around this because it is light colored. These cluster ideas with the children's book illustrations came from Carla Frizzell, I should point out. I love the clusters that she makes. I think I'm just going to glue this one. The other one I stapled the cluster together, but this is different. It's got a different shape to it. I think I should have put that on first if I'm going to use it. Yeah, I'm going to use it. This is actually a vintage ticket for the Gem Theater in Derry, Pennsylvania. D-E-R-R-Y. I don't know where that is. His little pull string makes me want to put him up here, but I don't want him up there, so I think I'll have to cut part of the pull string off. The duck and the Humpty Dumpty are KB, and the word explore are KB and Friends digitals. There. That's going to be it for the video today. Thank you for sticking with me for a longer video today. And I hope that you liked what you saw. And I don't know what the next video will be, but I know I'll be working on these journals for a little bit longer because I have 2 more journals to make and I'm not even done with this one yet. But it is fun. It's a very fun process. I'm enjoying it a lot. So I hope you are too, and I will see you soon. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.